Live is this?
Yep, just like it's live
Okay.
streaming right now.
You got, whose is that over there, yours?
Mine GoPro's right there.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta go get a cord for it.
Okay.
There's so much hate coming from that city, and I couldn't do it without the support of my mom, who's standing back there freezing in the sun. And I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart.
Michelle, do you want to come up? Come on up here. If you guys watch the video of Ann Arbor, just if anybody's not sure, I'll go over it real quick. Ann Arbor schools right now, as well as Ypsilanti, and I believe Saline just masked their kids back up. Ann Arbor has not allowed their kids to go unmasked. They are continuing that. They are forcing the parents or the guardians that want to go into the school have to show vaccination proof if they want to go into the school to get their children. This is Ann Arbor. This is what we just left. This is a city that would bring Anthony Fauci in to come in and speak like he's a hero, like the guy saved the world. I mean, we all know the truth. We watched over the past 2.5 years the garbage that's been unfolding in front of our eyes. And they're making us feel alone and like we're crazy. But the reality, the truth of it is that it's so plain to see there would have to be something wrong with you to see it the other way. And that's the truth. I mean, and this is the problem as to why there's not 100,000 people in this parking lot right now. And Michelle's been feeling this too, and her and I have talked a lot. I'm gonna let her tell you her story of what's going on. She was pushed at the last board meeting. She had to sit down. They refused her entrance. And I'm gonna let you tell your story, Michelle.
Okay. Okay, can everybody hear me? So, I'm a little bit older than some of you, or maybe about as old, and been fighting this for a long time. Where we're at today is because people didn't stand up with me back then. Took a lot of ridicule. I take a lot of ridicule now, and I'm not gonna let my daughter stand on this one alone. It means my grandson. Look, people can scare you all they want, but you need to get with the people that feel like you, that want to fight for something and stand on it. Don't back down because you think you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. They're not going to bother hurt yours.
That's right.
Always act respectful. Always have a love and be kind. But you don't have to back down. So, I'm a little mad at our men in blue in Ann Arbor because here they are supporting keeping citizens out of a building that's public property. And they have us a little bit. They have us a little bit with the law. However, there's a lot of gray areas in the law. We all know that, right? We got to find them. We got to use them. So they sent police out to keep us out. They said they're going off of some code. That 9.64 something trespassing. You get a trespass, you can't go back on property. You might even get a misdemeanor. Somehow, though, I think if there were more than just me, I don't think we'd all be getting misdemeanors. They can pick on one, right? They pick on one, that's easy. But if there's only 6 policemen there, they're going to be able to pick up 50 of us at once.
I'm ready to get off my feet.
Or more. So what I've done is, we go to Forsyth Middle School every meetings. We know we're not going to get in. We're going to force it. That's not how we stand. The other side would force themselves in.
She knows she's trying right now.
But I got a hold of the police chief in Ann Arbor, and they're going to get back with me on some dates for a community meeting so that they can tell us how they're going to proceed, what they have to do to keep us in line or keep the other party in line. And I want him to explain how you're using our taxpayer monies, putting our men in blue out there to stop us on a policy and not a mandate. So wherever you can, wherever you see somebody that's alone and they're fighting this battle by themselves, stand by them, not behind them. We're here to build each other up, not tear each other down.
That's right.
We're in big trouble, guys. Like I said, since 1997. And I see that we're at a tipping point.
She's telling me I can't
I don't want us all to tip over.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see that.
You guys, this is Bob. He's from Indiana, and he's from the Indiana People's Convoy. Give him a round of applause, because these guys made a trek.
Thank you!
All right, guys, bear with me. This is only the second time I've done this now. Last time was at our rally there in Canby. There should be thousands of people here right now. But first off, I want to say, I want to mention a few names that are on our Zello channel. And if you are here, please come up and see me in a few minutes. If the person that goes by the call sign JLH1229 or
That's the one I
in
traded for the
Butterfly,
drone.
if you're here, come and talk to me in a few minutes.
Yes. Misty, I got it. All I got to do
Speaker,
is put the
Gary
cable on the
Poole,
other
if you're
one.
here, come and see me,
I will make
please.
the other one work. Just not right now. Okay, you're right. You're not going
Scorpio
to right now.
0129 on Zello, if you're here, come and see me. And if any of you guys aren't on Zello and you want to get on our channel, you got to go through me, please. Tanker Scott. Guy goes by Tanker Scott. Scott Cardino, if he's here. And then Donnie Long goes by Heat Miser 2. Any of those people are here, come and see me. They may not be. Okay, now next thing. We've got Danny just got confirmation from Chris Young with the People's Convoy. We have our rally location locked down outside of Fort Wayne next Saturday. They're rolling in on Friday night, the big convoy that's out west. They're rolling in on Friday. We're having a rally Saturday, and they'll probably roll out on Sunday. Head to Ohio, and we're working our way to D.C. I'm telling you, it's an experience. If you have not been with that main convoy, even if you just jump on in Ohio or Indiana, go through Ohio and go to D.C., I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. So real quick, I'm going to give out some information here. It's at Polk Auction, Farm and Equipment. 8 to 12 acres. It's fenced. There's a truck oasis across the street and a diner. It's at 72435 Indiana 15, New Paris, Indiana. We'll put that information out later if you need it. But that's where it's located, outside of Fort Wayne. I think it's southwest of Fort Wayne, maybe. Anybody knows? Northwest of Fort Wayne. So how far from Indianapolis? About 3 hours from Indy. So any folks from Michigan, you're welcome. It's we the people. Anybody's welcome there. Tell everybody you know to come. Well, all I know is they have said, and if anybody's heard Dave Riddell's speech where he did the mic drop, Santa, he goes by, it's not going to be the same as the first time we went there. We're going back this time. It's with teeth and backbone. Whatever that means. So anyway, that's the information on the rally this next Saturday. Yeah, 11 a.m. Saturday is when it'll start. Okay, I'm just going to tell. How many of you guys were at our Canby rally in Indy? Yeah! That was a pretty good turnout, wasn't it? Did the convoy around Indianapolis. I mean, of course, we didn't get the numbers we expected. We don't have the numbers here we wanted. But if we all bring one more person, one more vehicle next time, just keep bringing one more and one more. Bring 3 more. We woke a lot of people up. We gave people hope in Ann Arbor today. We gave a lot of people hope. I talked to so many people sitting on the side of the road, especially on that corner. So many people walked up to my truck and thanked me that they are finally to see somebody stand up in their city, in their town, to this garbage that's going on. And I invited everybody I spoke to come out here tonight. And they could go in here later on. I told them we'd be here for a little while. People be speaking and stuff, food and music and all that. So food truck still here? They leave.
Who is it I'm speaking to?
Okay.
I
Oh, well.
can't tell on this darn thing.
So anyway, I'm going to say just a few things about my experience with this People's Convoy.
My name's
Yeah,
John. I live in Charlotte,
David
Michigan.
Valentine, the guy right there up here, he has been to Hagerstown. He has been to California with the convoy. Drove back home,
Hello,
just got
John.
back home
You'll
when?
catch us the next time.
Last Friday, and he's here now with us. And I'm sure he'll be in Fort Wayne next week. He's been with those guys.
We'll
And I
definitely
tell
be
you
in
what,
Lansing
it
on
will
the
change
14th
your
and probably
life.
do the convoy with you guys again.
So I live out in Owen County in Indiana, out by Cataract Falls, Spencer area.
Exactly what my dog does.
And I heard that the convoy was coming. My boss, they rolled in there. I went in there on Tuesday. I went to the rally on Wednesday.
We had to get
Is
back,
that right?
but,
I think it was Tuesday. They walking under it with their flashlights on their phones. It is badass. So
I was there.
It's
I
just
was
so
under
cool,
it.
I'm telling you. It'll give you chills like you've never had. So anyway, I seen that in Monrovia. That morning I woke, I didn't even fall asleep. 6 a.m. I started throwing crap in my truck, threw my dog in my truck. I went back to Monrovia and I said, okay, I'm broke. I had a negative bank account and I had $26 and a tank of gas. And I thought, I'll go to the state line and then come back just to roll with them. Well, I get there. I found out they were staying one night at a truck stop not far into Ohio, Spiceland or something, I think it was, or something. So I decided to go ahead and go. I stayed there that night, and I was talking to some people, and I told them, look, I'm broke, I don't have any gas, so I got to go back home. Well, the guy told me, he said, well, there's a guy up there, and he's handing out fuel cards. So I went and talked to him. He gave me a $100 fuel card. I put it in my truck, and I ended up in Hagerstown. And I stayed there I rolled in there the night. I was sitting in traffic on this Friday night getting ready to pull into that raceway, and I called my boss, the owner of my company, and I said, I'm not going to be back next week. I need another week off. I've been there 26 years. They're pretty cool. So I told him I was taking another week off. I stayed there. I left out that next Thursday, I think it was. When we come off the Beltway, I jumped on 70 west toward Indy, and everybody else went 70 east back to the camp at the Hagerstown Speedway. And man, my heart was burning. I never cried so much in my life. I felt like I was leaving my dog behind. And you know what I mean? I was so torn up from leaving this group. And I was praying all the way home. I actually talked to Sean. Where's Sean? Talked to Sean all the way home, didn't I? And I got home, 4 a.m.? We were on Zello back and forth all the way home. And he kept me awake, really. I stopped for fuel twice, went home. Got home, I think it was about getting daylight when I got home. And I was so torn, man, from leaving this group. And then a couple of days later, I get a call from Santa. And he said, hey, I'm organizing the Indiana group, and I want you to help me. So here I am. And I was like, okay, I'll see what I can do, man. And I got a lot of Patriot friends, man. We've had Zello channels for years. Sean's been on, me and Sean's known each other for a long time. We've only met once before, twice before, yes. We met at a rally in Indy, and when you come to my house for a big cookout, we did some shooting and stuff like that. I had about 30, 40 guys over there. And that was out in Clinton, Indiana. So, anyway, I decided a while back I was going to get another Patriot channel going up. We had this channel back when Obama was president. Things falling apart. We had 125 people on that channel, I think, Patriots. It ended up falling apart because everybody's bickering and just like what tears every single group apart. People not wanting to stay unified.
If you're in here listening,
in charge.
watching,
I don't want to be in charge
send
of
me a
anything.
message
I'm
so I know,
nobody.
please.
I don't know. I guess I know how to freaking talk to people.
Yeah, my fault. I don't want to be.
So anyway, I decided to start this Zello channel back up, and I reached out to a couple buddies of mine I knew were good Patriots. I reached out to Sean, hadn't talked to Sean in probably 8 years, something like that. He's like, hell yeah, I'm on board. Now we've got about 20, 25 people on there. I just brought Danny on and James on there, and we do a group meeting every Thursday at 8 o'clock, and we put out a lot of good info. I got a lot of good computer geeks on there that dig in and find a lot of truth about what's going on in this world, and we discuss it every Thursday night, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, back to the leaving Hagerstown. So we started trying to organize this rally for last weekend, and Santa tells me he's coming in to help us. Well, we're going to have a meeting at the Canby Church, and we were going to say a prayer over the church, kind of check it out, see how big it was. Michelle was there, Danny, James, me, who else? Was that it? Pastor Tony was there, and we pull in the driveway, and Santa's standing there in the driveway. We didn't even know he was going to be there. Man, it was cool. I'd never met the guy. I didn't meet him in Hagerstown. I seen him. I knew who he was. I'd been following him on live streams, but I never got a chance to physically meet him. I did shake Trucker G's hand and Brian Brassey's hand, but they were so busy they don't know who I am. You know, and I met a few patriots there, but I kind of stayed to myself back in the corner of the woods with my dog and walked around, took video, and filmed the convoy and stuff like that when they rolled out. But anyway, that's what happened at Hagerstown. Going back on that again. But anyway, here we are here. Well, we did the rally. Santa comes in and starts helping us, and then he calls me at work one day and he says, hey, there's a situation out in California. He goes, I know I'm a man of my word, and I told you I would come and help you guys with this rally. He says, but can you handle it on your own with Danny and James? I really got to get to my truck in California. We're going into Oregon, and it's some bad territory. And I said, go. Because me, I'd go. We got this. And man, we busted our butt. And I looked for, actually I got to go back up again one more time. Sorry, I'm taking a lot of time here, but when he asked me to lock down a location for a rally, I busted my butt for about 2 weeks. I went everywhere. Anywhere on a Google map that was big enough to hold this group, I contacted them. Everybody was turning us down. So it was a Friday, and I'm sitting in my truck getting ready to go to work, and I said a prayer. I said, God, this is in your hands now. I've done everything I can do to find a place. We're running out of time. We only got a week until this rally. It's all you, God. And I get in my truck, and I'm heading to work, and I get a call 45 minutes later. It takes me an hour to get to work, and it's David, Santa. And he says, I got us a place. Well, that wasn't God. And it was the Canby location. And it was awesome. And that's our base camp. That's where we're going to go for any of our meetings and stuff in Indy. So, I got to tell you one story, though. When I was looking for a place, up in Brownsburg, Indiana, there was a huge empty parking lot next to a Lowe's that I seen on a map, and it was empty. So I went up to the Lowe's, talked to the manager. They said they didn't own it. I go driving through the lot, and there's some signs on the light poles for a wrecker service that tows vehicles that park in that lot, illegally or whatever. J.R. Cook Towing. I called that man up, and he answered. The owner of that company answered, and I told him what I was doing. I was looking for a spot to lock down this people's convoy, and he said, well, there's a sign at the end of that lot with a phone number. Call them up and ask them, but they probably won't let you. So I called, and the lady was rude lady. So I was like, okay. Well, he told me, he said, but if you guys end up still in that lot, and we get a call that night, we will be busy. He said, and there is not a towing company that will come and tow you guys. And he says, we were at Canby, we were the ones that had the big flag hanging over the entrance. They had the big record. So he said there was not a towing company in Indianapolis that would tow us if we parked there in that lot. We didn't do it. We didn't want to do anything illegal. And then, like I say, we got this lot in Canby. So, where was I?
You were like making all
I
of
can't
us
believe I'm
happy.
up here talking to you people, man. It's God, I'm telling you. It is, man. I don't take notes of what I want to say. I just get up here and try to tell the truth about what's going on and everything. And this world's a mess. We got to fix it. Man, where did I leave off now? I got totally off track. We got the place locked in.
The tow company wouldn't come in and tow anybody because they're too busy.
Well, anyway, we got that rally locked down, and we had our rally there, and a lot of you guys are here. And then we found out about Fraudsky coming in, Dr. Death, and I asked David, I said, is this something People's Convoy wants to do? He says, yeah, I think you should. Get a group and go up there. Confront his ass, his butt. So here we are. And there should be more people, but I think we made a heck of an impact. I mean, a heck of an impact. There's a lot of awake people in Ann Arbor. Younger generation, not so much, but the older generation, man, there's some of them are awake, and they loved us being there. A lot of thumbs up, a lot of honks, a lot of birds. I just told them we'd pray for them. God loves you. And there's a few people that's pure evil. Pure evil. I know y'all seen it. And I told them, when I told them you're pure evil, they would shut up. There was a lady come up next to me just screaming top of her lungs, flipped me off, and I just kept saying, you're evil, you're evil. God loves you, you're evil. And she just shut up. So I don't know if God got to her heart right there or what, but something happened. So,
You're doing great.
I
so appreciate you. Thank you.
thanks.
I do.
Not everybody in my family thinks I'm nuts. They thought I've been nuts for years. I mean, I hate it. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I got to go spend time with my mom, and I can't even talk politics or anything like this because we'll be in a fight. My daughters, I got a 28 and 29-year-old daughter. My 29-year-old's awake. She's getting married in June. My youngest daughter,
How far is it?
she knows right from wrong, but she went to a Justin Bieber concert 2 weeks ago. If that tells you anything. Killed me to have her go to that, but anyway, whatever. 28 years old and going to watch him. So, but
Goes right by my house.
I worked in this job for 26 years, selling welders, renting welders. Here's another story. You guys care if I keep talking for a minute?
You're great. Go.
When I found out we were having this rally in Indy, I heard that there was going to be a rally at the Capitol. So I got on Facebook and I started trying to find out who was organizing that rally. And someone contacted me and told me I needed to get in touch with James Wood, so I needed to get in contact with. I got his number. I was at work. I walked out in the parking lot and I talked to James. We kind of brainstormed a little bit. Talked for 15, 20 minutes. Decided we were going to meet and get together and get this figured out and get unified as one. I don't care what group you're from. We got to stop this inner fighting bullcrap, man. We got to come together. We got to. So anyway, I talked to James, and it wasn't 20. I've known Danny for a few years. Danny was a customer where I worked. He comes in, buys welding supplies and stuff for his business. I knew Danny. We'd talk. I think we knew we were patriots. If you come to my office, you knew that I was the psycho or I was awake or something. Because everybody at work thought I was crazy. Some of the conspiracy theorist crap. So anyway, after talking to James, about 20 minutes later, Danny walks in back to my area and we get talking. And I said, yeah, man, I'm with this People's Convoy and we're having a rally this weekend. He goes, yeah, we're having a rally at the Capitol. And I didn't even know that these two were connected. So within about a 20-minute time frame, us three connected. I mean, tell me that wasn't God. So we started planning, brainstorming, organizing, figuring this out. Man, it's working out. It's cool. The rally in Indy was awesome. We didn't have the numbers. We wanted a bunch of big rigs. You guys right there, man, they have stepped up every time. Pam and Bob, right? I get the name right? I've met so many people. It's hard to call you the wrong. I call him. I don't know what I call you. David, James, but I got James Stewart, and there's some. I get y'all confused, but I've got a list now written down. I'm trying to get call signs with real names and all that crap. And I'm also getting phone numbers and locations where everybody lives. So if you haven't let me know that, let me know, because we're going to be organizing some different things throughout the state. We're going to start doing rallies on all sides of the Capitol. One day we're going to do the east side counties, then the west side counties, north, south, whatever. We're going to start doing little rallies around there. We're going to get a bunch of cool flyers printed up with a whole new mission statement for the People's Convoy. Because Santa called me and he said, we are no longer just about mandates. We are about whatever it takes to wake up the American people. So if you all don't listen to the X-22 report, you need to start listening to it. Because it is the truth in this right here. And we know. Listen to LT. He'll tell you the truth. Turn the TV off. And probably none of you guys watch TV anyway. So back to James and everything. Let's see. I smoked too much. Well, never mind. In my days. Back in the past. My mind's a little, but I don't anymore. Okay, so I got back to the job. I've been there 26
here.
years. Great company, been in business since 1918. Couldn't ask for a better place to work.
Today too.
Last Friday, a week ago, not this Friday, last Friday, I quit that job after 26 years. Spending half my money for gas driving to work because I drive an hour. They flipped when I told them I was quitting. And I got a job lined up close to home. I'm supposed to start Monday, 5 a.m. That's going to be tough. But
a little bit today.
20 minutes from the house, they're supposed to pay. Actually, if they're honest with me, I'm going to make about $300 more a week than I made at a job after 26 years. That's pretty crazy. But before I left my job on that last Friday at 1 o'clock, one of our other customers came in and he offered me an even better job. He said, I know why you're quitting here, the gas prices, the drive, and all that stuff, and it's a fourth generation, and the kids don't care about the business that much. They're probably going to sell it, make millions, and let us all go one day anyway. So anyway, I got this other job offer, and the guy said, I'll let you bring a service truck home every night. You won't even have to use your vehicle. You can work out of Terre Haute, which is 30 minutes from my house. So I may end up taking that job here, or I may go to D.C. and not work at all. I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, it's in God's hands. I'm going to go to this job Monday, and I'm going to see how it works out, see if they're honest with me, work through the week, probably quit on Friday, go to this rally, probably head to D.C., and then see what happens there. And this job at this other company, they're not in a hurry, so I can take a month off and then still get that job. So, another thing, I'm going to tell you how God works, man. This is amazing. James, you okay, man? You okay? Yeah, I'm good, man. God's speaking through my freaking heart, man. That's all. I'm just trying to tell you guys, man, this thing will change your life, and how if you step out on faith. Quitting that job after 26 years, it didn't even bother me, man. I thought, you'd think it'd be like real stressful. I step out, I get 2 job offers. It's just crazy how he's working. And so I quit this job, and the owner owed me a week's paycheck and a week's vacation pay, which would probably been $800-900, something like that. But I had a personal loan from him. He'd let his employees take out a personal loan up to $1,000, and you just take $50 a week out of your check, pay him back. So I still owed him $400 on that loan. So really, I should have only got about a $400 check. I checked my bank account from that employer before I came here, which I was kind of stressing the money to get here. And I had a $3,000 deposit from that man. I don't know why he gave me $3,000. I really don't. But God just took care of it, 2 months behind. Well, actually, what's the date today? This is May now. I'm 3 months behind on my house payment now. Don't really care, because we're going to lose it anyway. It's crazy how God works. So, I'm starting to set up this Zello channel, and I get this contact by a guy who goes by the call sign Old Geezer 84. And he gives me his phone number and wanted me to call him. So I call him up and he says, hey, I've been listening to this People's Convoy since it started in California. He said, I'm 84. My wife's probably going to live about 2 more weeks. She's got stage 5 cancer. The family's all coming in this weekend to be with her on Mother's Day, because they know that's probably the last Mother's Day she'll have, and they may not even see her again before she dies. They're coming in from out of state. He goes, but I want to support you guys, and I want to give you guys some money in case you need it for the trip up to Michigan. And I said, sir, we're not asking for any money. I don't want any money from anyone. He wanted me to give him his address over Zello, and I told him I wouldn't do that. And so I just said, look, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, sir, but that's not what we're about. So we planned out our route to come up here, had a couple stops. One of the stops was at Pendleton Pike there on 465 on the west side. How many guys were there that met up with me? Carl was there. There was a few others that may have left already. So we're standing there and talking in a little circle, and this old man gets out of this car walking with a cane. He comes walking up and introduced himself and asked for me, and we kind of stepped aside, and he shook my hand, and when he did, he had a wad of cash in his hand. He says, I want you to take this, and if any of you guys need gas to get up there or get home, or you break down, I want you to use this money to help people. And I said, we don't want it. He goes, no, you take it. I'm not taking it back. So I thanked him, stuck it in my pocket, come over, we all said a prayer together before we come up here, prayed for his family and his wife and for our trip and everybody in this group. And he left. So I count that money out, there's $500. And there was enough of us standing there, we could have each got $50. But I asked him, I said, you guys, I can give each one of you $50 and we can do what we want with it. And we all decided, no, you keep it, and if somebody breaks down, or well, it's like the man said, if we need it for anybody, give it to them to get to and from or whatever. So, we're standing there at that stoplight on that corner where all those people were awake today. And there's a little boy standing there, and I'm sitting there at the light and stuff, and he's with his dad and another guy. The guy that was filming, is he here? The guy that was filming on the corner right there. You seen what I did.
Yeah.
That little boy looked at me, and he said, thank you for standing up for my freedom. He was a little bit, he's probably what, 7, 8 years old maybe, something like that, I don't know, 10 maybe. And I tried to get him to come out of the truck, but he was afraid to cross the street. So this man came over, and I handed him $50, and I said, "You give that little boy, and you tell him to buy him his mother something great for Mother's Day tomorrow." So I'm sure the old geese is going to love to hear that story. You know, if anybody here is broke and ain't got the money to get back home, come and see me. Put a little gas in your truck. I haven't spent any of the money. Gave him $50. I gave another gentleman here $150 because he's got a long of a haul home, and he has been all over with this convoy. He's been from D.C. to California and back, and I want him to get up here and speak because I know he's got some stuff on his heart. I'm not done yet.
People to sign the petitions. He's like, you think it'll matter if I go up there? No, I'm like, well, we're not going to tell you you can't, but so I don't know how many people's going to want to sit there and sign petitions, but that's what she's talking to about.
What are they for?
Decertify Michigan and stuff like that.
Oh.
Stuff.
Okay, which truck is it? Okay, right there at that table, the guy's waving at the red trailer. He wants anybody to come over there and check out what he's doing. He's wanting people to sign a petition, a constitutional petition to decertify the Michigan November 2020 election. You have to be a Michigan employee
A Michigan resident
to do that?
Yeah.
So anybody's from Michigan, go over and see that man and check out what he's doing.
I think he got everybody last weekend.
Most of us.
We all know the 2020 election was crap. And we know who the true president is right now. If you guys don't know what's going on, really going on, listen to X22 report. Go back, listen to a few episodes. The most recent ones they're telling what's going on right now. There's a lot going on right now that the majority of the people don't even know. And they're waiting for the patriots of this country and this world to stand up. Once we're on our feet and we are standing up, we're going to get so much information, cool information about what's happening in this world. God's already won. It's already done. It's already done. We're seeing all the Hollywood bullcrap right now playing out. Not really Hollywood, but pretty much. And then also, Patty 1776 wanted to come up here, I'm sure, today. She went to Bloomington, Indiana, because the CEO of Disney Corporation was speaking at IU at Bloomington. So she took a group down there to protest and drive around that Coliseum. And I'm sure she got a bunch of crap down there, too. There's a bunch of liberals, well, a bunch of unlinked people in Bloomington.
Brainwashed.
I don't know if it's as bad as Ann Arbor, but it's pretty bad.
Has nothing to do with it, really.
But I can't think of anything else I want to say, man. I talked way longer than I should have. But we got some big things. We're going to have some really cool flyers printed for the People's Convoy, Indiana. And I'm telling you, you guys need to get a couple good leaders up here. Sean, you ought to think about it, man, building this People's Convoy up here in Michigan. We're doing it in all 50 states.
We've already done it here in Michigan.
You already got it going?
I do, but
Okay.
it's not the People's Convoy, it's the People's Movement. We were the People's Convoy.
Just keep it all unified. That's all I ask.
It doesn't matter what group you're in. You come together.
I don't care about the name. Just
Exactly.
unify and let's all get to. If we had 10 million people standing in D.C., that would be an impact. You know, I mean, we got.
And the people aren't there, it's just getting them to come out.
50 people here right now, something like that. But we need 1,000 here right now. 10,000, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm done.
Thank
I don't
you.
think there's anything else I need to say. I want to say that this man right here, I want him to speak for me. You cool with that? Yeah, buddy. This man has been traveling with the convoy across the country. Yeah. Okay, James needs to change the battery pack in his system here a minute, so hang tight.
All right, you're good. It's charging. It's charging. You're good. You're good, man. It's charging. I didn't think it was charging. It's charging.
Alright, so my name's David Valentine. I have spent a lot of time at the People's Convoy. The day before I found out they were going to be going through Columbus, Ohio, I found out and I knew I had to go. And I wouldn't change that decision for anything. And I encourage to go. And part of that. Just keep making. For just a second. Second guy. I get another. And try to get yes I am. Nelson space family _ media. Yeah. That's what I would tell you if you told it all down there earlier today. Yeah. Right here. Sorry, people. Trying to find something. Trying to find a cord that I know I have. That I can't find, of course. Gosh darn it. Alright, I am right here. It's Nelson. Yep, Nelson Space Family. Dash, or _ I guess I should say, media. That is my Facebook page, or my YouTube page I should say. And then on Facebook it's just myself, my name, Brian Nelson. And then are you here from Michigan or Indianapolis? Oh, you're from Indy? Okay, because we've got our group going here as well, and in Michigan. So it really sucks. We actually have a thing going next Saturday ourselves here in Michigan, which of course is the same day as they're coming in down there. And I don't live far away, but So, yeah, it's on my backup of it. Of a reaction. Yeah, our man. It was restricted.
You know, to go to DC. And I'm going as soon as I can when I get this, man, and tell all the people you know, because we can't do it by ourselves. You know, we need thousands and thousands of people to help us go stand for our rights. You know, they're trying to rip our rights from our hands, you know, and from our hearts. And I'm tired of it, and I'm not going to let it happen anymore. So God bless you all, and thank you so much for coming today. We had a great day, and be safe traveling home. And James, you got anything else to say? Yeah, I guess. Does anybody else want to say anything?
Yes, right here.
All right. How about this? Let's get a count. Anybody else? Let's see how many people want to say something. You got something? You got something, Brian? Do you want to say anything?
No, he's going to do it for me.
Okay, so why don't you come up here and get on deck so we can do this. Come on up here. And then I'll finish us off at the end, and we'll say a prayer, and we'll all go on our ways. And yeah, here you go.
Hi, I'm Julie from Michigan, and really excited to be here. We had the opportunity with our family to be part of People's Convoy as well, and so I knew I saw you in Hagerstown, but I don't think we met. Anyways, I just wanted to mention something real quickly. I would love for you guys to advocate for a 17-year-old girl right now being denied a kidney transplant in Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, supposedly a Christian hospital. And this is in downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan. They are denying her life-saving a transplant because she is not vaccinated and the parents would not, she has not taken the flu vaccine. So I have a number that I would love to read to all of you guys. If you could call this hospital today, tomorrow, Monday, and if I can quickly find it here. But it's very sad. These things should not be happening. And this girl is Ukrainian too. So from an amazing family that adopted her last summer. So what a shame it would be for her to come to the land of the free, right? And die in the realm of apartheid.
I agree.
So I'm just going to read. If you guys want to, if anybody's interested in calling, I'm going to read this number real quick. 866-989-7999. And
Helen DeVos Children's Hospital.
866-989-7999. And Helen DeVos Children's Hospital hates bad publicity.
Oh yeah, they do.
So we're going to give it to them because things they interested in life, airfare, going up. 66 99. I'm hoping that's the one you need.
Spent all the time down in Hagerstown with the People's Convoy. I was asked to come here to Michigan. My wife stays out as a on Facebook, People's Movement Michigan, or we do have a website that is www.thepeoplesmovementmichigan.com. Right, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you can look up on there too. I'm all about bringing people together. I'm not about convoys. I'm not about groups. I'm about people. People together. So I don't care what group you represent. I don't care who you're with. As long as we're for the same cause, we stand together on this. I've been around. I've seen some division between people, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I want everybody to stay together, stick with the cause. That's what we're here for. I spent time with the American Freedom Convoy. I spent time with Lansing Freedom Convoy. We're all together in this.
Right, all great people.
I don't care whose name's out there. You don't have to pick a name. You can be by yourself. Just come together with the people.
Yeah, that's my service here. I guess it's not the greatest. That's why it's buffering.
Events coming up here in Michigan. One on the 14th and one on the 16th down in Lansing. You're all invited. Everybody's invited. Your information you'll find on the People's Movement, the People's Movement Michigan, and on the website. Look it up, and we'll be available. Where you can you go to the site. You can ask. I've got a group of people that are running this thing. I put a team together, and they're all excuse me here.
It's one of them probably calling and telling him to say something else.
So yeah, any Michiganders, anybody wants to come up from Indiana, Ohio, whatever, you're welcome. You're welcome to join what we have going on. We've got many events coming up. Just look us up and join our page. I appreciate everybody being here. Glad everybody made it. And God bless y'all.
We need this healing in our groups.
What is it?
I've been going around.
So on Facebook, we're the People's Movement.
Basically,
okay. And then
I don't even know how I started doing this. I'm a contractor.
Our website is People's Movement.
I never ever thought I would go to a school board meeting. I never thought I'd be in a truck rally. I never thought I would be driving behind a Trump Unity Bridge, beeping my horn, getting eggs thrown at me.
Oh, baby.
I never thought that they would try to force to vaccinate my children and me. I never thought that they would try to gag me with a mask for over 2 years. I never thought that people would willingly give up their rights that they can't give up over fear. I never thought that I would see our oath keepers that swore oaths to our Constitution stop believing in the Constitution and start doing just what they were told rather than the service that they decided to enter into. You know, I'm speechless in a lot of ways, and I know we're all tired. I know that our country is tired, but I also know that we haven't even started yet. I also know that this hasn't begun. And if you think it's bad now, it's going to get worse. And I know that's not what anybody wants to hear. They have, and I like to say they, I mean evil. And I say this a lot. Evil can be recognized by what it produces. Evil produces depression. It produces suicide. It produces starvation. It produces everything that we are seeing right now. See, a lot of people, I never planned on preaching or talking about the stuff that I even talk about now, and I don't prepare anything. You know what? We just watched people screaming at us, flipping us off, throwing, and that was nothing. It's going to get worse. There's a story in the Bible about a man named Elisha, and he was going to a place called Bethel. And these teenagers came out, and the Bible says they were jeering him. Basically, they were flipping him off and throwing eggs at him. That guy had a job to do. He was a prophet. he had something that he needed to do. It didn't matter. And it says that Elisha looked at these youth and he called out and cursed them. And 40 some bears came out of the woods and ate and killed all of these kids. And I think there was like 40 some of them. And a lot of people say, well, why would God allow that? What kind of a land were they living in where a man of God would call out bears from the woods to kill these kids? And I'm telling you right now, we're not that far from that. And if you want to know what evil is giving birth to a baby, letting it live for a month, and then kill it and call it abortion. That's evil. Evil is taking children who don't know how to cognitively develop words and speak their thoughts and cover their faces with masks so they can't look at the teacher's mouth to understand how to pronounce words. This is evil that we're living in right now. And it is going to get worse. But there's hope. And so this is where hope starts. Hope starts when we're having hard times. In order to survive hard times and to have hope, it has to build character. Right now, what I'm seeing is God's building his church. It's not religion. I'm not into religion. You want to know what religion is? Religion are the people that are standing out throwing eggs at us because we're not doing what we're told. That's religion. What we are witnessing right now, if you're skeptical and you're wondering if there's a God or this is just about America or your patriotism, what we're witnessing right now is the birth of one of the scariest religions on the planet Earth has ever seen. And it's been birthed through COVID. And it's control, and it's virtuous, and it's got all the good buzzwords. And don't kid yourself, they will kill you. They will take you out if you stand against their religion. If you're in this parking lot right now, and you're wondering if there's a God, I'm going to tell you something right now. God raised every single one of you up before the foundations of the earth to do what you're doing right now. That's hard to believe, but it's the truth. Every single one of us have a purpose and a plan, and it comes from God. When we speak truth, we are healing people. Sometimes it's not easy to hear, and sometimes it's not easy to do. But truth is offensive. It's not defensive, it's offensive. It literally shuts down dark. It shuts down evil. And there is authority in truth. And I just want to challenge you. I want to talk so much about our country, and I want to talk about patriotism and our Constitution. But constitutionally, on that paper, it's just paper. They wrote that Constitution as a warning to the government. That's all it is. You do this, you die. You go beyond this, you start screwing with us, you don't get to be our government anymore. And I think what's happening right now is people are waking up and they're finding God. That's what's happening. Things are changing right now, and it's not the way a lot of us thought it was going to happen. And it's exhausting and it's tiring. But like Bob here, I just met Bob, a week ago? How much scripture do you know, Bob? Could you quote a chapter? Bob's quoted more scripture in the past week that I've known him, and I don't even think he knows he's speaking scripture. Where does that come from?
Comes from the
Yeah. My children they don't know the whole Bible. I'm watching kids say things that Jesus himself said. Do you understand that there is something happening right now, and it goes beyond our flag? We are being attacked. They're not after just our bodies. They want our souls. They want our minds. They want our kids. Where are our children? How many kids are out here? Not many. We did an amazing thing today. because I think we all stepped out in faith, every single one of us. We had that feeling in our hearts that I got to be there. And I thank you guys for coming. And I thank everybody from out of state and everybody from Michigan that's here. Listen, we brought the eyes down on Ann Arbor. And I think if we keep doing this, we are going to expose the darkness that they're trying to pull over our eyes. So don't stop. That journey, I'm not here to preach like a normal preacher, but what I'm telling you is you're on a journey. You need to pursue that, and you need to dig at it and claw at it. If you ask, it'll be given to you. If you seek that, you're going to find it. It's there. The transformation is happening right in front of our eyes. We're watching it happen. And do you want to know who it's going to be painful for? Them. Not us. It's going to be more painful for them. I keep wanting to see numbers. But I remember Jesus coming around and saying that the kingdom of God is like a treasure that's buried in a field. And a man went into the field and he found the treasure. And it wasn't his field. So he secretly went back and he sold everything that he had. Everything. And he went and bought that field because of that treasure. That's what we're doing right now. We're losing everything that we have because we see the treasure before us. And it's our country. It's our kids' souls. It's the future of our children. It's the kingdom of God. It's right here, right now. We are fighting the most evil religion that has ever birthed right now. And you need to see it. This is worse than Hitler, Stalin. It's worse than anything that you could ever imagine. Because they have tricked us into believing that it's almost over. And we're in this together. And that you as an individual are not important. And we're in this together. And we're a group. But God made every single one of us individually, and He formed us before the foundations of the earth were ever created. He knows every hair on our heads, every hair on those babies that are being aborted. He knows them. This is happening right now. So I thank you guys for coming, and I just want to encourage you. There's more coming. But if you're here and you're hearing this, God has raised you up for this time right now. That's very important. So I'm going to close with a word of prayer. Bob's got another thing he wants to say.
Yeah. Probably 2 or 3 more things, actually. Okay, you're right. And what he said is so true. We're modern day prophets, really. We're giving people hope. There's so many people out there so confused about what's going on in this world right now. And when they see what we're doing, they want what we have. They just, a lot of them don't know it. They want freedom. They want well, I mean, since I got involved in this, man, I have so much peace right now in my life. And I was, just like you said, man, there was depression. There was, when I prayed in my backyard that night for God to put me in the right direction, put something in my life, show me what I'm supposed to do with my life. And 2 days later, I heard the convoy was coming to Indianapolis. And I didn't know that was my answer, but I do now. I see it every day. We're modern day Minutemen and women, men and women. Honestly, that's what Santa, and that was Santa that just called me a few minutes ago when my phone rang. I tried to get him to say something. He's like, "No, man, we're getting ready to start a meeting. You got this. You guys got this." And he said he confirmed that they'll be here next Friday. Those flags, some of those flags on my truck that are really torn up, those have been to D.C. A few of them are so destroyed I had to take them off. But the police, the black and blue flag right there, that is for that gentleman right over there in that police car, that has been to D.C. and back. And look at it, man, it's about destroyed. But I'm keeping it on there until there's nothing left of it. Then I'll put a new one up. But but half of those American flags have been to D.C. This trailer didn't go to D.C., just my truck, but this flag right here
Subscribe, share, and like, please.
was given to me by a lady at our Canby rally. This belonged to a Vietnam veteran. He died in 1990. He was in Nam, I think. She said 69, 71, something like that. He got injured by a mine. Suffered his whole life from those injuries. Eventually died in 1991 from those injuries that he suffered in Vietnam. And she said that it was a friend of her family's, and all his family was gone, and her sister was the last one living. And before she died, she gave her this flag because she didn't really. She said she was going to throw it away. So she gave it to me at our Canby rally. She goes, I don't really know what to do with it. She goes, he was a friend of mine, but she goes, maybe you should fly it on your truck when you guys go to Michigan. She asked me to fly it on my truck when we did our rally in Indy, but I didn't have time to get it on there. So it's been in the dash of my truck since she gave it to me. It was in the dash of my truck all day today. But I told her, I said, well, I'll get it on my truck when we go to Michigan and DC. Of course, I kind of forgot. I kind of like it in my dash. It's kind of cool, but I got a pole right there in the middle of my truck, that wooden pole that it's going to go on. And I'm thinking about just putting it on there right now. Yeah. I'll put it on there at the rally. Maybe put it on there at the rally this weekend. Let's do it at the rally this weekend when all the guys are there. And I'll announce it then. I'll put it back in the bag it came in. The guy's name was Tom Thompson. Tom Thompson was the guy's name. Don't know anything about him other than what she told me. And he died in 91. He was in Nam. So anyway, this is his flag, and I think it's kind of a cool idea. I think the guy would appreciate it. So I'll just put it back in the bag and put it back on my dash. And this next Friday or Saturday at the rally, I'll break it out and we'll put it on that pole, and I'll fly it to DC when we go. I think that'd be cool. So, okay. I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to sing the national anthem. Just kidding. Okay, let's just bow our heads. Dear Lord, you know why we're here. You know that we're God's army. We're your army. And we're trying to give this world hope. Lord, everything we do is for you. We see you every day in our lives, working. I want you, Lord, to get into the hearts of all those evil people that were in Ann Arbor today. Get into their minds and their hearts. And help them see you and see what we're really all about, what this People's Convoy is really all about. I know James said a prayer for Fauci today, and maybe he'll have a change of heart. But I also want you to give us all safe travels. Everyone that's already left here today, give them all safe travels home. Keep us all safe, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for the police officers that were in town today that are on our side. Thank you for them not giving us any hassles. And like I say, just reach out to those evil people and show them the light and that there's hope in the future of this country and this world. In Jesus' name, amen. And it's time for us to remind our government
That they work
for us.
I'm gonna go.
Thank you, Brian Brazzi.
I should go play that clip that guy gave when I videoed that guy today.
Oh,
Just play it over the thing so people can hear it. What do you think? So
Thank you everybody for coming out today. We've got the truck trailer over there. They've got merchandise, flags and stuff. They'll be wrapping that up. They'll be closing it up in about 10 or 15 minutes. And then whoever's hanging out can hang out. I guess a couple people wanted to spend the night because they had vehicle issues, and that's no problem. You're welcome to. And then if anybody ever needs us, give us a call. You got my card. We've been handing them out. If anybody didn't get my business card, come on over and grab one. And we'd like to thank, you've heard of the Beverly Hills Chihuahua. We've got the Patriot Chihuahua here today. He's been with us all day. Thank you, Patriot Chihuahua. God bless America, and thank you, everyone. And God bless you all.
Hear that, baby? Anybody want any of the flyers?
All right, guys. After I got done filming downtown today, I had an interaction with I guess one of the people who wanted to try to wake up today. So I'm gonna play it. Hopefully it sounds good enough coming this way. I didn't actually. My phone actually died, so I was trying to grab my backup phone so I could record this individual conversation. So let's see if it plays. We can listen to it. It's very interesting. It's how they feel in Ann Arbor.
I stood right over there on that street corner and I talked to doctors. Hey, listen, I have friends that are working in the epidemiology department here, and they are a lot smarter than you. Oh, no, they're definitely smarter than me, I promise. How's going? No, like I said, and I wish you could understand I'm not fighting with you. I'm not trying to whatsoever. I'm seriously talking. Because believe me, I have the right to say my son, you do too, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not here, and I'll be honest, I'm not going to plan on getting vaccinated, because, you know, that's my choice, right? Just like it's your choice to get vaccinated. So go isolate yourself, but that's not going to happen. Look, in society, we all have, people like you are the ones that, so people like me that's unvaccinated, I spent 22 years in the military. Exactly, see, that's the problem. Give a fuck about you. Yes. Because you're dumb enough to go. Really? Because I'm dumb enough to go? You're dumb enough to go to take care of your freedoms? You didn't take care of my freedoms. Really? You're trying to deny my freedoms. I'm not. What did I deny you of? Are you outside? You shut down the whole fucking state because... How did we shut assholes? You're telling me that we shut down the state because I didn't... We shut down the state because... I'm allowed to be here. Go. My car's down here. That's why I'm coming this way. You haven't said one thing that is true since you started talking. My car's down here, so that's the reason I'm going the same way as you. But I hate to tell you, I have said true stuff. Yes, I have, sir. Guess what? I've never had COVID. My wife got it and I didn't. And I'm not vaccinated. Then why didn't I get it?
So when I first walked up to the guy, unfortunately my phone that I was live streaming with all day died. So the battery died, so I couldn't actually put him on film all the way. I probably had double that conversation with him before I got this phone out and was able to get it recorded. But he literally straight up said the unvaccinated are why the country is shut down. And he just, I mean, and that was an individual that he ran by us when I was standing on the corner. Pretty much everybody was coming back here, and I was literally looking at my phone and it already shut off. So he was running in the same direction as my car. So I took off, caught up with him, tried to talk to him. And he didn't want to have no, I mean, you heard him. I mean, and it was worse than that before. I mean, the way he was talking to me was worse. I kept it going so I could have time to get my phone out and record some. So, I mean, that is what a lot of people in Ann Arbor honestly do feel. I mean, when I first walked up to him and talked to him for just a few seconds, I ended up telling him I was unvaccinated, 100% intentionally. Him and I were standing this close to each other initially. As soon as I told him I was unvaccinated, he went over there. And he backed up. And he says, I said, why'd you back up? He goes, well, you could be carrying the virus and get me sick. I said, but you just told me you were vaccinated and the vaccine works. So how am I going to make you sick if you're vaccinated? I said, you honestly can make me sick because I'm unvaccinated. And he told me, no, I can't make you sick. I said, yes, you can. You can still carry it. I mean, but of course, he said he was smarter than me because he had a medical background. I asked him to go back over to the intersection and talk to the doctors and nurses that I had talked to today. But as you heard, he said they were all stupid, basically, and he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So I appreciate everybody coming up here today to do this. If you want to find the live stream that I did do today, it is on Nelson Family _media. And yes, YouTube. It's Nelson
Brian,
Family _media.
Listen, Brian, I talked to him yesterday. He wanted to be in driving. He said, I'm committed to filming this.
Yes, I am.
So give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there like a champion with all that garbage. And every time I go by him, he's like, yeah! Even with every one of us in spirit. So,
yes. I myself have been in Hagerstown. I spent a week out there doing the DC stuff as well. I went to Niagara Falls a few weeks ago. Last month, I guess, with the North American Unity Tour. We live streamed that one. If anybody here knows who Jody Ledgerwood is from Canada, she was one of the people up there. She's got a big story. It's on my YouTube channel as well. You can check that out, listen to her. She honestly, I did a live stream with her on Tuesday. She wanted to be here. She really wanted to be here. She unlikes Fauci badly, but she already had, Canada's got their own stuff going on right now. So she was committed today to that. We are going to try to get her here one of these days in Michigan. And she said she will come as soon as we're available, and she's available at the same time. So, all right, just thank you guys, everybody, for coming out and enjoying it. But hopefully the video turned out good. I am going to try to find somebody to do some editing as well. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in there that we don't need to see. So, all right, we got a guy. I've got hours and hours of YouTube footage on my GoPro that nobody's seen yet. That thing sat there for 4.5 hours today and ran. I moved it from one spot to another. So it's out there. As soon as I find it, get it on there. It's going to be up on my page so people can see it as well. So, all right. Yes, Nelson Family _media. And I just started doing it just like last month for the state of Michigan because we didn't have nobody doing it. So I started doing it so we can get everybody to know what is going on out here. So, all right, we posted our page. Yes, everything is going to be on the People's Movement page of Michigan as well. It's all on there. So, or it's on my YouTube channel, one or the other. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. It's supposed to be on Twitch, but I don't think I have something set right there so they don't save there. It does stream there, but you can't watch it. I gotta figure that one out. So, all right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so awesome, everybody, how we're so united. It doesn't matter what group you're affiliated with. Right. Like last week, we had 3 different groups come to the downtown Indy Capitol. So everybody just let's join together, fight this evil because we got a big fight going up against. Yeah, the fighting is an individual, but if we come together as individuals.
Now trying to upload all the videos from all day today, and it ain't going to do it here on this service. Then wait till I get home.
They were like motioning me, and as I went, they pulled right in behind me, and they followed me all the way back to the white SUV.
before we get out and get the word out, if they're just going to follow, make them follow us. Facebook doesn't really work.
I swear to God, she sent it to me. I'm at work. And she's like, you need to see this. And I'm like, flipping through it.
Sure.
I like
I know you got your hand.
I know. Not a problem, man. Not a
appreciate
problem.
what you do.
Hey, dude, I got to make sure everybody sees this crap because, as I can say, I filmed the news van drive by me today, but they never stopped.
Yep.
Now, if they did stop somewhere, it was probably on the backside of the stadium where we weren't at, so they could say there was nothing going on today. So
they all know there was something.
Oh yeah, it's out. My stuff has been restreamed a couple times today by people, so it's. I actually had somebody from Ontario, Canada, watching it earlier, so it's amazing, man. People are watching it from everywhere, and that's all we need. Because there was a lot of people streaming today, of course, you know, but I definitely got the whole tape. So. Yeah. You got some with you?
And I'm like, listen, tell them guys, you're disrupting taking care of the house. So then I come home and I start watching. I'm just like, okay, so now we got my device going, her device going. Well, I was like, well, this isn't enough devices going. So now we got a third device. We got our little iPad thing set up, and we're clicking back and forth to all of them.
Yes, ma'am. I actually live in Hillsdale, is where I live.
Okay.
Yes.
I live in Manchester.
Okay. Yep. I live.
Property in Ann Arbor.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't set it up there, but I mean I've set enough on my life. I work for the government myself. I'm an unvaccinated government worker, and so my job is, you know, in the line of fire right now currently. And my office, when I do have to work, the only good thing for me with COVID is I've been working from home since March of 2020. It's the only positive for me whatsoever. My office is at Domino's Farms, so I normally would have to drive 70 miles one way just to go to work. Yeah. So luckily now with COVID-wise, I sit at home and work, you know, so it's like awesome. And I've used so much of my vacation time though for this cause because I can't do this when I can't do it while I'm on the clock because I am a government employee. So, but I've already cleared it with legal. I can do it as long as I'm not getting paid. I can do anything I want against this situation. So I've used a lot of vacation time this year, just since the beginning of the year, just trying to do this. You know, a week out in DC. I've taken several days off to be up in Lansing. You know, I've been in so many places, taking so much time, you know, just to make it happen because, you know, we got to talk about it. You know, we got to. If like I said, I was downtown today. We had one reporter, a photographer from, I think it was Fox. He showed up, he snapped some photos, but it was before the group was really big, and he said the actual reporter with a camera, actual camera was going to come and be there soon. On our corner, they never showed up. Now, like I said, they might have went to another corner of the stadium where it was peaceful and nobody around saying, oh yeah, look, they said they were going to protest today and they didn't show up. Now that's probably what happened with the actual news today.
That's what they said they were going to do.
Oh yeah. Definitely. There's no doubt. When we were up in Lansing, I think the 4th or the 5th, whatever it was, of April, we had one of our guys, he called both competing news stations up there and said, oh yeah, I just talked to the other one, they said they're coming out, you know, and he called the other one, told him the same thing. One of them did come out. Right, so what they did show, it showed us, he was there for quite some time, right, like maybe 15-20 minutes, but it was a blip on the news, and it wasn't nothing, right, you know, so, but like I said, all mine's on there. I've tried to, I'm new at it, I'm trying, you know, it's like I just want the word out there. I just got this thing a couple weeks ago because me holding my phone was like this all the time. So I'm like, I watched one of my own live streams. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to make myself sick. So I went and bought this thing so I'm not making myself or anybody else sick at least. You know?
What do you go through in this thing before you shoot it to the other feeds?
So I'm using Prism Studio, yes.
That's the one that's open source too.
I'm not. No, I'm not paying. It's free. Yeah. Okay. It's free. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's free, and I just there's multiple sources that you can stream to through that. Now I don't know most of them. The only 3 that I know is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and I can stream. And then there's another one that you can stream to other things. I haven't figured it out yet because I want to start streaming to Instagram as well if I can. Yes, it's pretty much over. I'm going to just standing around talking to people right now. So yeah, I'm just I just want to film as much as I can, show as many people. Are you from here in Michigan then?
No, I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, are you? Okay.
And I last time I live streamed, I was down in they're killing us.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think so far they haven't cut me off because I'm still new enough that they haven't cut me off yet.
I never live streamed. That was the first and only thing I've ever.
Getting friendlier, huh?
And I don't know. They didn't really say why, but we were down there. And it was what are you going to do about
it? Right. So yeah, I've so far I've live streamed in Niagara Falls, the North American Unity Tour. I did that one. That was a lot of streaming there. And then I've streamed two of our events in Lansing so far. And then today, of course, and then we got another event next weekend in Lansing.
I've been to a lot of places and recorded a lot of video.
Right.
J6. I was at the Capitol at 7 o'clock.
Hey Glenn, you got another one on you?
What?
Paper?
I can go, flyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go get it.
But
I mean, I didn't.
Right. We've got so many people that want to do this, but some of them are scared to do it because of, they're thinking retaliation or whatever. But what's going to come at them later for not doing it?
It's not that I'm scared to do it. It's I haven't really figured. The few times I heard this live stream today on Facebook, well, what happened to me before? It seemed like when I live stream to Facebook, I don't have, for some reason, that isn't in the file on my phone.
So there's different settings. You just got to make sure they're set there so it will record and save them and stuff.
So it's probably just the way I have it.
Yeah, it may be. And then sometimes it may not save them for a long time either. But mine one thing with the Prism app is it actually has got its own folder on my phone. It's putting every video when I'm done, and it's putting them in there. So yeah, it works out, and they're all saved. And lots of people are watching them too, so that's a good thing. So all right, sir, well, thank you for showing up. We enjoy it, especially coming from Kentucky.
Listen, no, this was a deception, and anybody that puts their faith in the Lord right now, they are healed from that immediately.
Oh, we do. We have.
If you listen.
Yes, Robert, I know you do, but you're not here, darn it. Why didn't you come hang out with us? I know where you're at, so let's see if these people want any right here. Here's one of the things from our group if you want.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
People need to hear this.
guys want?
And we've got these two events going on, of course, next Saturday and Monday. And then we are trying to plan something where we can take off and go, maybe not even the big towns, pick some of the smaller towns and do like a week throughout Michigan, even up into the UP. So, because a lot of people can't, take a week off or whatever.
Right.
But if we can plan it out and say, okay, this 2 days we're going to be in this area. Can people from that area hook up with us and travel and talk or whatever? We're trying to find locations where we can, get a group together, something like this, another location like this, but somewhere else in the state where we can get those people. So you guys from right in this area, or?
No, we're in Fort Wayne.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, we drove up here from Fort Wayne.
Well, I live in Hillsdale.
We went to Indianapolis last weekend. We went to Michigan this weekend. So we kind of been on both sides. 2 hours one way and 2 hours the other way.
Yeah, we have a lot of. That's what Renee
It's not that far. 2 hours. I mean, I drive an hour every day.
I live in Hillsdale, so I'm an hour and 20 minutes from here to my house in Hillsdale.
Right.
So I go to Fort Wayne. I was just in Indianapolis on Tuesday for a concert, so I drove down there for a concert.
That have not had COVID.
For me driving.
And I said, why don't you think you got COVID?
She's like,
I believe he
sure
died,
you're right?
and I don't believe it.
Nothing.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
I'm on the road.
It's bullshit. I don't believe in COVID. You don't believe in COVID and you never got COVID? Wow, that sounds like what Jesus said. Do you see what I'm saying? I've met dozens of people that have.
Here's the question I ask everybody. How many people do you know that died at home from COVID?
Out in North Dakota.
That is a perfect.
Absolutely not.
Right.
How many people died in the hospital?
And they're we're having a big thing there, because Canada's Independence Day is the 1st, ours is the 4th.
Yeah,
so we're
I
just
haven't.
Be there
My
for
wife
4
did
days.
because she was a
start
little
with
worried when
Canada's
she moved back
Independence Day,
here.
and
She's
spend
dealing with the public, that's what she
there,
does,
and then with our Independence Day.
She's managed
But this
Dollar
park, you
General.
can be on both sides of the
started.
border at that point. You can hang out in Canada, you can hang out in the U.S. without paperwork or anything in that park. So we're going to meet the Canadians and hang out and have a good time. I'm guaranteed I'm going. And I normally have something major here, but I'm not doing it this year. I'm going there. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Robert? Yeah, just sitting here, kind of ending this, ending a meeting, and gonna head home soon. But yeah, we kind of missed you today. We really woke up Ann Arbor. Watch my live stream. It was long but good. Watch it. So I'm gonna end this now, and everybody enjoy it, and we will we'll try to get back. And next weekend, May 14th, Saturday, we're gonna have a rally up in Lansing, Michigan. It's on our Facebook page. And then we're going to also the 16th, which is a Monday, we're going to do that one as well. And there is our Facebook page group, and then we can do that. And then my YouTube channel, of course, is this one. It's coming up here in just a second. Everybody, watch live, share it, whatever, subscribe. I'm just trying to get the word of freedom out to everybody I can. So, all right, we appreciate it, and have a great day.
It's gone. It was gone the moment you stepped out.